This is what we do. We take ore like this from our mines in Mexico. We crush it, we grind it, we mill it, we put it into a great big furnace, turn on the heat, and produce what's called doré silver. This is about 150 ounces, about 5 kilos, with 1 ounce of gold. It's worth about $5,000 or $6,000, and it's about 97% pure silver with a little bit of impurities in there. So we will send this to a refinery. They'll separate the gold, separate the silver, and refine it so it's 99.99% pure, and that's what we sell to the open market. We produce silver and gold from our 2 mines in Mexico. This year we'll produce about 3.1 million ounces of silver and at least 16,000 ounces of gold. Over the next 2 years, from those 2 operations, we'll grow our production by about 50% during that time. We've had a lot of news lately. One was a takeover bid for a company called Cream Minerals. And then earlier this week, what really excited me is that from one of our operations, we announced the discovery of 2 brand new high-grade silver and gold vein systems. We've had very good luck in our exploration and drilling, and this is further proof that we have a pretty good understanding of the structural geology and the regional geology. We can make these discoveries, and very, very quickly, sometimes in a matter of months, we'll have them in production, and I'm sure we'll do that again. In addition, coming up next week will be our 3rd quarter results, and as time goes on, you should look for possibly more acquisitions, more drilling news, and just more good news coming from Endeavour Silver. You need that. Everybody here at this conference needs that. The cameraman needs it because silver is used in everyday application for everybody in the world. Silver is what I call the magical metal. It's the best conductor of electricity, the best conductor of heat, it's the most reflective of metals, it has antibacterial qualities, and its applications are enormous. You have a cell phone, in there will be a little bit of silver. Your flat screen TV, your computer, your refrigerator, your car, what makes these things all work so well is silver. There's a lot of new applications coming into the market now for industrial demand, for medical uses. The next generation of solar panels for heat and electricity will use more and more silver. There are things that silver does that no other metal can do, and the result is, in North America, the U.S. Patent Office issues more patents for silver-based products than all the other metals combined. Over the last few years, there has been such a revolution in technology and electronics that more and more uses of silver come to market pretty well every day of the week. The demand for silver for industrial uses just keeps going higher and higher and higher all the time. And that's part of the reason why we have such strong prices in silver now. For instance, the other day the price of silver traded over $26 an ounce, which makes our business look really good. But there's a reason for that. You have industrial demand for all these electronic applications and medical applications, and you have investment demand. You know, around the world, people are concerned about their currency, whether it's the US dollar or the British pound or the Japanese yen. So in those times of crisis, people go to precious metals and they buy gold and they buy silver. So in addition to the industrial demand, there's huge investment demand for silver right now. Our financial condition is really strong. We only have about 70 million shares outstanding. We have about $42 million in working capital. Most of that is cash, and we have no debt. So we're very strong financially. Our growth profile, to grow 50% over 2 years, is tough to beat that. So we stand out for that reason. Also, as we continue to grow our production, we're also driving down our costs. We now have our costs to produce 1 ounce of silver below $6 an ounce, and we expect to get that to about $5 an ounce. In addition, the silver market is really small. Around the world, there's no more than 20 companies that can call themselves a primary silver company. Endeavour Silver is one, and it's well known within the industry that we are acquisition driven. We want to acquire, we want to buy more production, we want to buy more silver assets, and those things set us apart. get bigger, get larger, get better. And that's through our internal growth and through acquisitions. And also, very importantly, keep driving those costs lower and lower every quarter. We produce over 3 million ounces of silver now. Within a couple of years, we'll get to 4.5 million ounces of silver per year. What we'd like to do is have silver production between 6, 8, 10 million ounces a year. That would give us some real critical mass in the market, and I think we would attract a higher premium in the market when we get to that size. Those are our long-term goals. Oh, that's a good question. I worked with a large bank in Canada called the Bank of Nova Scotia in the 1970s. And I was working at a small branch in a neighborhood in Vancouver. Lots of Germans and Greeks in this particular neighborhood. So this old German fellow comes in the office and says he wants to buy 100 ounces of gold. And I didn't even know the bank bought and sold gold and silver. So anyway, I filled out the paperwork, took his money, and sent the order into our main branch. A couple days later, we get a package delivered to the bank. I call up the old gentleman, comes in the office, we go into the vault, and we open up this package, and I held in my hand a 100-ounce bar of gold. And that was in 1974. And I fell in love at that moment with gold and silver. So, rightly or wrongly, I've been involved in the gold and silver market for now 35 years. And I've made lots of money, I've lost lots of money, but I just love these metals. They have a special magic for me, and I just can't get away from them.